Hi guys, Cole Tenike here at Rare Evo 2024 in Las Vegas. I'm here with Dan from Johnson & Johnson. Dan, why don't you tell us a little bit about the panel you just spoke on, a little bit about what you do at Johnson & Johnson?
Okay,
Please.
good. So like you said, my name is Dan Pietrzykoski. We just had an opportunity and the ability to go and speak in front of a nice, large crowd of people who are very versed in technology. So it's good to be in that kind of mind, that kind of mind frame. So I took the opportunity to speak about some of the projects I've been working on. We've been getting a lot of good uptake on some of the blockchain initiatives that we've been doing within the company. We have about 4 productionized blockchain projects that are in the bag that are going well. So they're not done, but they're an evolution, and that's what we really need to focus on. Is it's not the same way we used to do projects in the past, where you get a bunch of people, they put the projects on paper or get them done, and then like everyone done and forget about it. Right now we have to build them. It's almost like farming. You plant the seed and now they have to grow. And when I say that, it's going to be growing through the sense of bringing people in that you're not necessarily accustomed to working with. These are your competitors, your Coopetition. So that you need to start changing the mindset of how companies, and especially the C-suite and the more advanced people who have got very successful at just driving projects and making them done. Well, now we have to kind of change that mindset and say, it's great to get it done, but where do we really want this thing to go? And how do we work with some of our people who are up and down our supply chains, get them involved, create one network that has all the business rules and smart contracts written in the background so that information and data and processes and everything we need to do our job more efficiently and more effectively just kind of flow at real-time speed. You get to a certain point where it's like AI. When you first start doing AI things, you want to make sure that you're monitoring them and everything's starting to give you the results you need. But at some point you're going to feel comfortable with that and you're going to say, all right, listen, I'm going to back off a little bit and let it go and watch it from more of a 50,000 foot level. And at some point you're going to get to a point where you say, I don't even have to monitor this anymore. It's all going to just be self-contained on its own and just going to happen, which, if you hear what I'm saying, it scares the heck out of a lot of people. It makes a lot of people very uncomfortable. So
Absolutely.
I think what we need to do is just continue making a series of a lot of small wins, getting the confidence up, making people feel safe, making people feel secure, making people see the benefits, and then expand. I know there's this perception out there that blockchain died in 2017, and I agree that part of it did, and I think the bad part, the hype, died. But I think it's giving everyone who's really serious about this technology and understands it and wants to be a part of it, a chance to get in front of it and create it in a way that is going to benefit people a lot more than just running rapidly as fast as we can and just seeing what happens. I think it gives us a chance to pause, plan, and react and kind of create some of the situations that we want in front of us and take advantage of them.
Excellent. You mentioned a term in there that you don't hear very often and maybe is unique to the space, coopetition.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit more about that. Tell me what that means to you, what it means to the space.
Yeah, that's huge right now. There's one project that we worked on where we have, most of the top pharmaceutical manufacturers in one network. We all share a network. We have the group purchasing organizations and the wholesalers in that same network. We're all sharing data, but yet I can't see what any of my we call them frenemies.
All right,
I keep forgetting the other word. So, but you can't see what I'm doing. You just know stuff's happening. I can't see what you're doing. Stuff's happening. But anything we need to work together is in that network. It's identified and utilized in real time and just flows down through a series of business rules called smart contracts. So it takes all the manual intervention and all this stuff that is slow. We're replacing EDI systems. EDI was 40-year-old technology.
Yeah.
So not only are we improving the efficiency, we're cutting down a lot on the cost because that's a very expensive way to transmit data. We're gonna get out of the model of getting extracts and waiting a month to get our data, so it's old when we get it. So near sub-second response time.
That's incredible.
That's the world we're going to. That's the world we're in right now.
Right, it's
so
incredible. And
think about what you could do with it. Yeah, think about it. I mean, just think about what you could do with that technology. We're still in the, and I'm kind of glad it's going a little bit slow, so we can get behind it and get the governance so that there's a lot of people out there who, if we do this in certain ways, this could go in places that would be, could be bad.
Yeah.
And getting in front of that before it happens or understanding what could happen. I think that's where we need to really focus on the next couple of years. And I see a lot of the people that are, kind of feeling similar thoughts that I have. And I'm just really excited to talk to some of those people to make sure that we're going down the right direction and we get the full benefit of this.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of ways we can do this wrong.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I think this is definitely a case where rules and regulations are going to be outpaced by technology. It's been happening a lot over the last few decades.
That's right, yes.
And this is another example of that, potentially another dangerous example.
Right.
And speaking of being able to cooperate and meet some of the folks that are interested in you and your product, we're here at Rare Evo 2024 in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your experience, what you're excited about for the weekend coming up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited to be here. First of all, I love talking about technology. That's one of my passions.
You love it too.
Oh, it's great. That's great. But a lot of times we talk about technology for the sake of technology and not what the technology can do. And I think one of the things I learned is, like, when we were doing these projects, we almost had to do like backroom plans. Like, don't tell anybody we're using blockchain on this. And I think now that we're starting to get a little bit of the successes, we're taking some of the fear out of it and we're showing the benefit. I think we're going to now be able to start talking about it and actually talking and saying what we're doing. And I think we're just going to keep elevating that and escalating that to a point where I don't think it's not going to be like AI, it's not going to be like the web where everybody uses it that they know of. This stuff's not going to happen in the background, and it's going to make everything more secure, everything more transparent. So, who would have thought 20 years ago, this might be dating you, so some of the older people out there in the audience, would you have ever thought you would have had all your bank account information online? Would you ever thought you were going to have your health information online?
No,
would you
absolutely not. Let alone in my pocket.
Right. But I mean, that's where we're going. I mean, and it's becoming commonplace.
Yeah.
Now, who thinks that you're going to work with your strictest competition to get ahead? That right now that sounds
That's
like
a space. That's what
it
the
is.
space
That's what we're here
allows for, right?
Right. But again, I think within time and the right number of successes and the right governance, that's what's going to get us there. It's not going to. No one's going to flick a switch and come up with a magical solution. No one in this audience is going to do it.
Right.
It's going to have to be everybody working together to come up with a solution. And I don't mean everybody. It's like the people who need to get involved, and kind of shepherd this, plant the seed, watch it grow, tend to it. That's what's going to be those are going to be the people who are going to be able to take advantage of it.
Well, Dan, thank you so much for your time. That was
no
very
worries.
enlightening.
Oh, thank you.
Pleasure speaking with you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the weekend.
I will. I think I will.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Interested in partnering with Rare Network for media, marketing, and event production? Take your projects to the next level. Book a meeting today with one of our team members. Visit rarenetwork.io and join us in shaping the future of Web3.